Hi, I'm Chris Hightower. I'm the Executive Director of the Arlington Museum of Art. Our current exhibit is The Women of Baseball. Started September 1st and will continue to October 20th. This particular exhibit will actually walk someone through the entire history of women's baseball. Most people are more familiar with the later portion of it that is associated with the movie A League of Their Own, but this exhibit shows before A League of Their Own and then after that time period. So it really gives you a full spectrum of the entire time of women in baseball. It started at Vassar College in 1866, and it first started, what is interesting to me about it is that their uniforms have changed over the years and changed dramatically. When they first started in Vassar, women were not allowed to be seen on a baseball field, so they actually had to be behind some trees and some shrubbery and behind buildings, and they would have to wear long skirts. The long skirts would weigh about 30 pounds, and it was a little bit challenging to be a legitimate athlete, and so their uniforms go under some change over the course of the years, 1866 up to about 1900. Then it starts to change and bloomers are introduced to the game. Eventually in the 40s, when World War II is going on, to keep the interest alive for the game of baseball, the All-American Girls Baseball League changes the uniform to a very short skirt, and it's part entertainment and part athletics. They also introduced at that time period some things like charm school. The women had to wear makeup, so it was not 100% about the athletics at this point. It's about athletics and entertainment, and that's to keep the energy alive for the game of baseball while the men are at war. And of course, as the men start coming back, then the league eventually vanishes about 1954, 1956. But there's still some interest in women's baseball, and even up until 1988, there was a exhibit at Cooperstown in New York, the Hall of Fame, where they recognized the women of baseball. And 4 years later, the film A League of Their Own came out in 1992, which re-sparked some interest in women's baseball, and then of course it continues on through the internet, and somewhere around 2000, Coors sponsors a league, and they're called the Silver Bullets, and then it goes on for the next several years. So this exhibit has everything from postcards to the rules of the game at the early time periods of 1930. Also, there's lots of artifacts from the three-fingered glove from 1902 to the script from the movie A League of Their Own, as well as a costume from the film. There's a wide variety of things for you to come see down here at the Arlington Museum of Art with the Women of Baseball exhibit, so we hope to see you before the show ends October 20th.